First, we got to go back to Smackdown on Friday night. I was not here for Smackdown again. I was in Texas working the HOG show, so I did not get to see the entirety of Smackdown. But I did go back and watch the Jelly Roll segment. Now, Jelly Roll was advertised for the show because they were in Nashville. He's a Nashville guy, or at least a Tennessee guy. So it was like a homecoming for him, and he was there to perform one of his songs. And then out comes Logan Paul to interrupt. And they go back and forth. Randy Orton intervenes. He comes out on Jelly Roll's behalf. And he's, tearing into Logan on the microphone and really sticking up for Jelly Roll. And then he gets laid out of nowhere by a Claymore kick from Drew McIntyre. Logan then pounces on Randy. Jelly Roll grabs Logan. He has seen enough. And he grabs Logan Paul, and it's not really a move that he did. He just threw him down to the mat. And Logan at least did a good job of selling for him, as ridiculous as it honestly looked. Because Logan is, he's a celebrity himself, but Logan's in pretty good shape. Jelly Roll is not in the kind of shape that Logan Paul is in, although Jelly Roll looks a lot smaller than I remember him. Jelly Roll apparently lost over 100 pounds. So he has slimmed down quite a bit and told The Rock he still wants to lose. I think he said like 100 more or something. So apparently he may not be done slimming down. But let me get into what happened here on this show, and then I'll give you my thoughts on the whole thing. But we had a match here between Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Randy Orton came out with Jelly Roll in his corner. And Drew McIntyre came out with Logan Paul. And there's just something very, very wrong about just the visual of Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul being on the same side. Drew McIntyre actually wanting Logan Paul by his side. It just, I don't know. Character-wise, it just doesn't seem to be a good fit. But Orton, late in the match, hit the draping DDT. Logan causes a distraction. McIntyre hits Orton with a Claymore. On the outside, Jelly Roll and Logan Paul. What have we done here to wrestling? What am I even talking about here? Jelly Roll and Logan Paul. They engage in a war of words that ended up with Jelly Roll shoving Logan to the ground. This greatly aggravated Drew McIntyre, who starts yelling at Jelly Roll from the ring. But that allows Randy Orton to hit an RKO out of nowhere, and he pins him. After the match, Logan jumps Orton, beats him down in the ring. Jelly Roll has seen enough. And he gets into the ring, and he ends up punching Logan in the face. Gets a big pop, right? Everybody will always pop when Logan Paul gets punched in the face. So he kneels down to check on Randy Orton when out of nowhere, Drew McIntyre hits a Claymore kick to Jelly Roll. And he's unconscious. His hat went flying off his head. And so McIntyre is yelling at him, here come officials, here comes Nick Aldis, and they're really tearing into Drew. What are you doing? And the medics come out and they tend to Jelly Roll. The match itself, a very basic match that was there to set up the match for Summerslam, which was made official in the back later. Orton and Jelly Roll were being interviewed, and Orton said, oh man, I feel bad about putting you out there in harm's way. And Jelly Roll says he wants revenge. Like, I don't think they're taking me seriously, and he wants revenge. And Orton liked the idea of a tag team match for SummerSlam. And so it is now official. It has the graphic and everything. Randy Orton and Jelly Roll will be a tag team against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. As far as the angle they did on Friday, I mean, the angle itself was fine. Let me just say this. I don't care about any of this shit. There is not a single person on the face of the earth who was sitting around saying, you know what I think is missing from the WWE product right now? You know what I think could really help turn things around here and really, really get my interest? We need Jelly Roll in the ring, okay? He's not one of those celebrities that I think people have dreamt and fantasized about. Oh man, what would happen if this guy got involved in a wrestling match? How great would that be, right? There isn't a single person on the face of the fucking earth who will sit here and say that. So let me just say that first. Now, I know Jelly Roll is a big fan. He's a legitimate wrestling fan. He's a big fan. I'm sure he's just over the moon that he can be involved here. Apparently he's been training. I don't know for how long he's been training or who he's training with, but it sounds like he's taking this seriously. And physically, he is a lot smaller than he used to be. He's in better shape and looks like he's taking care of himself better because he was a very heavy man. And that's all well and good. I don't have any interest in seeing this match. At the same time, it is a 2-night SummerSlam. They are looking for attractions for that show. It is not the first time that we have obviously had celebrity involvement in wrestling. It is not the first time we have had celebrity involvement in a match, even at SummerSlam. And so it's nothing new, right? I mean, we had something at WrestleMania years ago. I would bet you I felt the same way when they announced the tag team match, right? What was it? Damian Priest and Bad Bunny against The Miz and, John Morrison? I'm sure I felt the same way. And Bad Bunny went in there. When he hit that destroyer, I was like, holy shit, right? I mean, it was like I wasn't expecting that. So who knows? Maybe Jelly Roll will do something in this match that makes me go, wow, I didn't think that he could ever pull off something like that. I'm not going to hold my breath, okay? But I'm not looking forward to this match as if, it's something to really get excited about for the SummerSlam card. I'm not upset about them doing it. I'll tell you this much. I am upset that this is the best they could come up with for Drew McIntyre for that show. But realistically, all the other key players are accounted for, right? Gunther is not defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is not even on Monday Night Raw. John Cena and Cody Rhodes, they're going to be wrestling for the WWE Championship. So realistically, McIntyre and Randy Orton both were two guys that just didn't really seem to have a direction for SummerSlam. You could have saved this match and not done it on Saturday night's main event and did it at SummerSlam instead, and I would have had more interest in Randy Orton against Drew McIntyre with more of a proper story built up. But WWE, they're star fuckers. They always have been. They love, especially now under TKO, they love their celebrity involvement. It is as easy as ever now, if you are a celebrity, to go ahead and play professional wrestler. Like, anybody can do it now. They have shown that anybody can get in the ring and do what they do. And for years and years and years, I mean, that is something that they absolutely tried to shy away from. The fact that it would expose the business, if it felt like anybody could just walk in and do what they do. So they kind of limited the celebrity involvement. That's out the window now. I mean, that is just so far gone. So anybody can get involved. And Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre are going to be the anchors of that match, right? They're going to be the anchors for it. Hopefully they'll occupy most of the in-ring time in this match. And Logan will be involved too. I don't think Jelly Roll is going to be in there for 15 minutes doing tope con hilos, okay? So they'll work a perfectly sensible match around his limitations, and it may end up being entertaining. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, man, I'm actually really looking forward to this match at SummerSlam, because I would be lying to you if I said that. But I'm also not surprised that they would want to do something like this. This is the same company that gave us Travis Scott coming out during the WrestleMania main event.